What is going on, guys? Preston here from Preston Logan Vlogging Gaming. Well, welcome back to our video. I've been looking at Motorola phones of what I want to get to replace my replacement phone, the Galaxy A54 5G. So yeah, I think I want to get the G Power like this one, but not this one though. It's the Motorola G Power 2025 that just came out. Or I want to get the Motorola G5G 2025 that just came out. Now, I don't think I want to get the G Stylus that they came out with because I don't think I use the Stylus, but I understand that it's a higher end one. The G Stylus is the more higher end one that they just came out with. But I don't think I want to get it though. Now this phone right here was my first ever Motorola phone I ever owned. I owned this phone back in 2020, from April 2020 to December 2020. Then I bought a stupid ass iPhone and used that from end of December 2020 to like summer 2022, the iPhone. Then in summer 2022, I got my first Galaxy A series phone, which I used that phone until 2024. Then I bought another Samsung phone. Now, I almost bought a Motorola phone almost last year. I almost bought one last year. I almost did, but I didn't buy a Motorola phone. I really think I should have bought a Motorola phone. I think I should have bought one, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm looking to buy my second ever Motorola phone ever, and as a daily driver to use, hopefully. Now, I'm not against buying an iPhone. Well, for one, Apple in general and iPhones in general, they're so overpriced the buy and stuff. So I'm not gonna buy any of that crap. Cause it's overpriced as heck. Not gonna buy any of that crap. I mean, I was looking at Samsung phones to buy, like other ones to buy. I have the Galaxy A16 5G, the Galaxy A26 5G, the Galaxy A36 5G to buy. But I mean, I'm not against buying them. I just want like a different brand for once. These 2025 Motorola models both come with 2 years of software updates, 3 or 4 security patches. Now, the Motorola phones from last year only have 1 year of software updates and 3 or 4 years of security patches that they came out with. Now, the G Stylus and the G Power have an IP water dust resistant rating. The G5G only has water repellent on it, which doesn't have IP rating on it. Now the G series from last year doesn't have they didn't have IP dust and water resistant ratings on them. They only had water repellent on them and stuff on them only. Which, I mean, yeah. This Motorola phone I have, it only has water repellent on it. Now, the specifications between the Motorola phones, well, let's start with screen resolution first and display, then we'll go from there. So, the G5G 2025 has an IPS LCD display, a 720p screen resolution. The G Power has 1080p screen resolution, IPS LCD. The G Stylus has 1220 screen resolution and a POLED display. Now, processors. The G Power and the G5G both have the MediaTek Dimensity 6300 processor in it. The G Stylus has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 processor in it. Now, gigabytes of RAM. The G5G is 4 gigabytes of RAM. The G Power is 8 gigabytes of RAM. The G Stylus is 8 gigabytes of RAM. The G5 for internal storage now. The G5G has 128 gigabytes internal storage. The G Power has 120 gigabytes internal storage. The G Stylus is 120 gigabyte internal storage. The G5G and the G Power, they only record in 1080p at 30 FPS. The G Stylus records in 4K video. They all have 5,000 milliamp batteries. The G5G and G Power both charge at 30 watt wire charging. The G Power charges at 15 watt wireless charging. The G Stylus charges at 68 watt wire charging and 50 watt wireless charging. That's for those phones. And they all have 50 megapixel cameras and everything. So yeah, that's for the Motorola phones. Now for the Samsung I'm looking at, the A16 has and for operating system updates, all three of the Motorola phones have 2 years of software updates and 3 or 4 security patches. Now for the Samsung phones, the A16 5G has Super AMOLED 1080p screen resolution, 6.7-inch screen, Exynos 1330 processor, only records at 1080p at 30 FPS, 25 watt wire charging, no wireless charging, 5,000 mAh battery. The A26 has a 6.7-inch screen. I don't know the screen. I mean, without looking at the specifications, I don't know the top of my head the screen sizes that each of the phones have for the Samsungs, but I can tell you that I know that the screen sizes of all the Motorola phones. The G5G and the G Stylus both have 6.7-inch screens. The G Power has a 6.8-inch screen. But I think all the Samsung phones have 6.7-inch screens. I think all of them do. I don't know for sure. I think they do. Now, the A26 has the Super RAM. Okay, all the Samsung phones, the A26, A16, and A36 all have Super AMOLED displays, and they all the Samsung phones have 1080p screen resolution. The A26 records a 4K video. The A36 records a 4K video. The A26 has a 1380 processor. The A36 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 processor in it. And they all have 5,000 mAh batteries. A26 and A16 5G all have 25 watt wire charging, and the A36 5G has 45 watt wire charging. All the Samsung phones don't have wireless charging. The Motorola G5G has no wireless charging at all, which is okay. So yeah, my phone carrier has the G5G and Motorola G Power. They have the G Power for $125. They have the G5G for $115, which those are steals considering that the G5G is $200 on Motorola.com and the G Power is $300 on Motorola.com. My carrier doesn't have the G Stylus yet because it hasn't counted the carriers yet, but on my phone carrier they have the G Stylus from last year. That's for like $155 on there that they have on there. My phone carrier also has the Motorola G Play from last year for $115 on there. But the G Play I'm not against buying it, but same token, the G5G is pretty much the new G, replaced the G Play on there. So it's basically the same price as the G Play. It's just newer by a year. So yeah. I mean, I never owned a Motorola G5G before. They've been they've been popular for like the past like 3 years. The G Power has been popular since the first one ever came out back in 2019 when this G7 Super Power slash Power came out. This power came out back in 2019, it's been it's a popular phone from Motorola. People buy all the time, every year, from Motorola phones. That is. The G Stylus has been popular since 2020, since they came out with the G Stylus series. It's been popular since 2020. It's basically a Galaxy Note that they don't make anymore, because the Galaxy Notes are basically the now for Samsung are not the Ultra models that are Ultra slash Note models now for the S series for Samsung. It's what they are now. So yeah. So yeah, there's that. This G7 Power has 720p screen on it. It only has 3 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes internal storage, and micro SD card expansion. Okay, so I forgot to say this. Now, all these phones I'm looking at, they all have micro SD card expansion except the A36. The A36 does not have micro SD card expansion, which I don't like at all because I wish it did. Now, the A26 and A16 don't have stereo speakers. The A36 has stereo speakers. All the Motorola G series have stereo speakers, and they have headphone jacks and all that, and they all have micro SD card expansion. All the Motorola phones do. So yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm out.